Well, I'm back again and been doing some work today on the computer, but at the same time, I've been watching some shows, right? And in certain shows, certain conversations come up and they provoke some thought process for me. So I was watching this one show and the conversation came up about the young lady who want to have a baby, right? And she likes this guy, but in the conversation he tells her he don't want to have kids, right? And so then he comes to her job and he storms out of the house after the conversation about him not want to have kids. And then later on they talked about all the siblings that he has, and he would like to further their relationship, but he was adamant about not having kids, right? And she said that as a little girl, all she ever thought about is being a mother, right? When she got older. And he was like, I can feel all of your days, right? And we can have a great relationship together. In a sense, saying that you're going to be able to take her mind off of what she has dreamed about since she was a kid. And so she ended up responding, well, I guess it's more to life than just having a kid. Ladies, let me tell you something. Don't sell yourself short on your dream because somebody don't want to do something, right? If the person don't want to have a baby and you want to be a mother, that means you are sacrificing your wants, your needs, and your desires for somebody else. Your wants and your needs and desires are just as important as the other person. So why would you sacrifice what you want out of life for a relationship, and all you're going to end up doing is living in regret because it's something that you thought about since you was a kid, right? And because he has a lot of siblings, it's not really a good reason for you not to want to be a father at all. So the question should have been, besides your siblings, what is the real reason why you don't want to be a father? There has to be something else. See, this is the problem with us. Love is going to cover so much, right? Being in love will cover a whole lot, right? Being in strong like will just get you in the gate, pretty much. When you have a desire and you have had it since you was a child and you got older, don't let nobody talk you out of anything that your heart is set on. You don't think you should deserve to be happy. You don't think you deserve to be a mother, because all it's going to do is when you get around other mothers and you see other kids and you sacrifice what you truly wanted for yourself for somebody else's happiness, you're going to be miserable. And then you're going to start to hate that person because they push you to make a decision that you really didn't want to make. So in order for somebody not to push you to make a decision, you need to stand your ground. There is nobody that fine. There is nobody that tall. There is nobody that look that good that you have to sacrifice what you want for yourself. And the problem with us, we are talked out of things easily without thinking about it. And in the conversation, her whole demeanor, her whole aura was not happy. Was not happy. You can't fill up an empty void with dates. You can't fill up an empty void with dinners in a movie. You can't fill up an empty void with moving in with somebody when you have a desire to be a mother. It doesn't work that way. Your feelings and your emotions are just as important and more valid than the next person. And so for us to sacrifice things to please somebody else, that is the problem that we have today. We push ourselves to the back burner. We push our wants and our desires to the back burner so we can make somebody else happy. And what should have happened was Happiness go both ways. You make me happy. We meet in the middle. What he could have said for right now, I don't think I want to have kids, but it does not mean that I don't want to have children in the future. But you was adamant. He was adamant about saying that he don't want no kids, and he just wanted her to swallow what she wanted, that she had her heart set on to please him. I wish I would. I wish I would. If my heart is set on something, nobody's going to change my mind except for Jesus Christ himself. You're not that good. You're not that great. You're not that fine for me to change my mind if my heart is set on something. Remember, relationships are a two-way street, not a one-way street. And the problem that we have is we allow people to put us on a one-way street. We allow people to push our wants, our needs, and our desires to the back burner. We allow people to push us to run for cover and hide what we want and fulfill somebody else's desires and their dreams and their vision and their goals like you don't count. Where they do that at? And if you don't believe that you are just as important as the other person, then guess what? You'll constantly be selling for less than your worth in that whole relationship. And they will never see you for the individual that you are. And they will never value what you want, what your dreams, your visions, and your goals are. So let's think about that. Nobody is worth that. Nobody. And that's something that we really need to consider. Now, I don't know. It's been a lot of download tonight. Unusual, but it has been. But think about it. Just think about it.